I wanted to do a second video focused on the topic of financial wellness as part of the Wellness Wheel Challenge. In the previous video, I talked about the cost of living with a chronic illness, and the specific example was used with migraine. But many times we all, when we say we're going to cut back, have challenges with finding room in our lives for that, or at least we think we have challenges with that. You know, one of the basic recommendations is that we should be eating more non-processed foods. It's helped by the fact that fast foods have increased in price to almost 40%. The average cost of a fast food meal is now $11. The cost of making a homemade hamburger with a patty and a bun and all the fixings is around $2. So it really is important for us to look at not only is a homemade hamburger so much healthier for us than a fast food hamburger, but that we certainly can be improving our financial wellness. Looking at shopping at places like Aldi's, their prices are estimated to be about 30 to 40%, sometimes up to 50% lower than traditional grocery stores. They also have significantly lower prices on organic vegetables, organic canned goods, organic meats. So that also is an opportunity for us to think about less processed foods, organic foods, if that's something that you're trying to pursue in a more cost-effective way. I mentioned sleep, and so many people say, well, I've seen a sleep specialist, I've spent all this money, and I still can't sleep. Forgive me for all the times I told my son to get off of YouTube, but YouTube is a very common source of information that I recommend for patients. There are many free videos on sleep meditation, sleep techniques. In fact, I'll link one in the comments below. Among the lifestyle changes that we frequently recommend is a focus on exercise, incorporating exercise into our lives. And there are many people who say, well, I just can't afford to join a fancy gym, and you don't have to. The most common recommendation is get out and walk. Now today is a snow day, so today's a bad day to say get out and walk, but when the malls are open, walking the mall on a bad weather day, and particularly before the stores open, getting out in nature is so important for our mental wellness. Taking our dog, taking our spouse for a walk. Walking is a very effective exercise technique and easily incorporated for many of us. We just have to take the time to go for a walk. One that I'm going to say that's going to step on a few toes is kicking the Starbucks habit. Making at least once, twice your coffee at home. And even if you incorporate fancy creamers, low-fat, low-sugar creamers, into your regimen, the cost of buying a new coffee pot, when you average that over the year compared to what it costs to get a coffee from Starbucks even once a week, you will come out way ahead. So when we think about our financial wellness, sometimes it's not the big changes that we need to make, sometimes it's the little ones. But when we're looking at how do we think about our overall wellness, physical wellness, but how do we incorporate our financial wellness, hopefully some of these suggestions were helpful.